Welcome back. I'm Joanna, and in today's video I'm sharing my favorite vintage finds and DIYs for winter. After the craziness of the Christmas season, I like to personally keep things a little bit more muted, very brown, white, gold, black and white color scheme, and keep things very simple. It can be fun and efficient to decorate with things that you use like tea and coffee, and especially suited for the winter season. Okay, so I forgot to warn you, yes, my tree is still up. Actually, two of my main trees are still up. However, most of the ornaments are gone. So keep that in mind because there are some other things in the video that you may not agree with for after Christmas decor. Earliest time ever, I started removing Christmas New Year's Eve, except that didn't include the trees. My husband was happy until he found out the trees are still up. It'll be a couple weeks, but it looks so warm and cozy in here. I'm just not ready to see him go. This is a fun DIY for any stool or step stool. Paint stripes on it or just use some tape. If at all possible, I do like to decorate with usable items like coffee and tea, perfect for winter, and they happen to kind of go with the color scheme that I have for the winter. I love to use this birch cone that I got from a local garden center, and some dried flowers from the last couple months that I've kept for a wreath that I'll make soon. A Bombay cabinet that goes with absolutely nothing, but I love it still. I love this little thrifted Currier and Ives picture that I just recently got for about $2.50. It hides an outlet. And I just wound up using my basket as a little cubby, but it's holding some of my favorite thrifted canisters. On my tiered tray, I keep it really simple with my collection of snowflakes and a recently thrifted little group of measuring cups. Now, am I the only one? Do you have artwork that stays up year-round that just says any season? A thrifted star tray that I love to keep out year-round in different places. Glasses that just say they're beautiful. We don't even drink. And a candle that I forgot to gift, and it just has a really nice sentiment. This set is one of the inspirations for basically the entire color scheme of winter, and the teacup and saucer are also fun to actually use. Most of my artwork stays up year-round, however there are a couple of favorites that I do switch out for Christmas and winter. This one's a favorite of mine, the Robert Frost poem. And another artist that I really like to look out for in the thrift stores for all seasons, just the beautiful colors that he uses, John Rogers. I call this basically the tiniest entryway. I always want to decorate it just minimally, kind of cute little things that I like. This came from Hobby Lobby a number of years ago, but just the snowflake detail it was very well done. Just a little bit of sparkle, which I do like to include for winter, and just some little things that I like to see, and also usable items. It's a little furry backpack that holds plastic bags. Here's a tip: if you like to thrift like I do, check out a different section in the month of January. Check out the shoes. You would not believe the deals you can get either for yourself, for others, or just to resell for completely brand new shoes or very lightly worn. For me, my small bathroom is fun to fill with vintage finds, and I would say actually curated black and white photos from eBay. I just look for, say, vintage black and white winter or vintage black and white Christmas pictures. My husband, not generally a fan of black and white photos, actually liked this picture. To me, it looked like an old inn where people would go and stay and ice fish. I don't know why, but you'll see where that comes into play in just a little bit. I'm realizing that anything new is probably from Hobby Lobby, as are these little plush star ornaments that I like. Even for the 4th of July, I'll bring them out. See, this fish relief fits right into my theme, and actually it's up year-round. So I actually thrifted this green soap dispenser right before Christmas. I don't want to put it away, and I highly recommend putting orange scented soap in for winter. It's just very nice. Yep, you guessed it. More Hobby Lobby trees. Print that stays up year round. And these little guys that I had out for Christmas, I just pulled out the little brass and glass boxes, and now it's winter. For those of you familiar with my other channel, the Small Scape, there's my latest aquarium. This is a space that we kind of call the lounge. It's also kind of like a library where you have all of my books. It's also a nice place to keep all of a lot of my smaller collections just to hang out on the bookshelf, and where I can do some of my little DIYs. It's always fun to have a little area where you can just create if you feel like it. One of my favorite collections is Cecil trees. I have them in all different sizes, colors, shapes, flavors. I love them for all seasons, to either just display out on their own, used with in other containers, or also as little DIYs. I personally think the best collections are those that can be changed up very easily for each season and enjoyed, especially little terrariums like this. I love this little one. It's got such cute little details. It's small, and it's just my way of having my very own greenhouse. Another collection is obviously, books, and it is fun to collect old books by color. My favorite color is green, and green goes so well for so many different seasons. It can also be used to, obviously, bump up other decorations. I do have one of my favorite thrifted teacup and saucer little collection. It's by season. I only have the winter, but it is so cute and so nicely done. I tend to have little items out for the next season, just waiting. So Valentine's Day is coming. I have a little collection of these little tin candy molds, and then a couple of little snowmen that I made a number of years back, which also can be a fun little winter activity. Now, I don't know about you, but for winter, I typically have very few houseplants. Because not many have survived, but my Dichondra Silver Falls is still kicking. I did kind of cut it back very, very much. And then my fern is still alive. I just covered up the Christmas planter. It was gifted to me with a little towel, and he's all ready for winter. The other plant that I have is an amaryllis. The first one I've ever had. It was also gifted to me, and it's so pretty, and it happens to go with the picture behind it. Speaking of Cecil trees, I do actually keep these up for winter. They're green. They're some of my tallest ones. They're slightly glittered, and they go with the lamps next to them, so they stay out for another month. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video gave you some ideas, and in the grand scheme of things for 2025, I just hope for myself and for you that you have more left over. It's really just that Christmas and even New Year's doesn't come from a store. You don't need more stuff to make you happy. Just using what you have in more ways, and just having more time left over, more resources to spend with family, with friends, others who need help. I think that's really the gist of 2025, at least for me. So thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.